You see? You see? This why I don't like the way the UFC markets its fighters. I really believe, I truly believe the UFC has a huge part in destroying Ronda Rousey. Now, I don't really like Ronda. I'm not a fan. I don't think she's a good champion. I don't think she's good for women's MMA as far as her attitude. But the UFC did a good job of putting that girl on a high horse, dropping her off. And she did a lot of it. She did a lot of it, if not most of it herself. But what the UFC did impacted her and built up her ego and built up her mind as well. Especially women's MMA is young. Women's MMA is still developing. Women in MMA are still learning how to train to a certain level. So, who did I think was gonna win the fight? I honestly thought Ronda was gonna win this fight, but I didn't want her to win. I haven't wanted her to win. I've never really wanted her to win. And again, it's a good thing she lost tonight, I believe, because you've seen it again. She won't shake hands after the weigh-ins, before the fight. She won't. She just doesn't. She's just disrespectful. She's not somebody I would want my daughter looking up to. I want my daughter to be a good sports, a good. I almost said sportsman, but I want my daughter to have good sportsmanship, humble, win or lose. You know, there's a lot of women watching Ronda, and I think Nunes is an awesome champion. She said all the right things. She wasn't disrespectful, and so what did the UFC do? What the UFC does, and I've said this in my other videos, it puts all its chips on one horse. So when Ronda Rousey was coming up, she's the greatest woman fighter in history. She's the greatest of all time. She's not. Maybe she is now, but the thing we have to realize is this time has been brief and short. When they call Muhammad Ali the greatest of all time heavyweight or whatever, you know how many boxing and how long of a time span it's been? Damn near 100 years. When they call Anderson Silva the greatest mixed martial artist or GSP, they did it for a long time. Okay. They were undefeated a long time, fought everybody. Ronda Rousey was ragged on a lot of people, and she did it for a brief amount of time, and she was awesome. She was the first one. She put women's MMA on the map. Women's MMA would not have grown as far or as fast. That's a fact, without a doubt. But what she did to herself is she believed in her own hype to the point where, and I don't know, I'm not in her training camp, but I almost see it as the Mike Tyson effect, because she's seeing all this media, how she's the greatest, nobody can stop her, and she's feeling that she's in there, and these girls she's fighting is easy. But the thing she's also doing is she brought women's MMA to the next level, which forced all the women to get to that next level. Because if you don't, you're going to still lose, and you're still going to get ragdolled. So it was only a matter of time before all these other women catch up, because it's young. So you don't have women that have been doing this from a young age. You don't have women that have been developing the muscle memory, developing a hard work ethic, a routine, a good, strong mental state of mind since like 4 years old, 5 years old, 6, 7, 8 years old. Like a lot of boxing, that's get your kids immediately. Now MMA is turning into that. You start seeing that. So the next level is here. It's evolved quick for women. And Ronda Rousey certainly did a good part in that. But I think her overall humbleness, respect, and discipline, the way she treats people around herself during the fight, is negative and terrible for women's MMA, and just anybody watching, any kids watching at all, because they gonna watch that and see that and think that's the way it's supposed to be. And if that's really you, if you're tenacious, you can be like that, but you gotta have a certain level of discipline to know when the cameras are on you and things are on you, to be humble. She don't want to be humble. I've never even after the fight, she won't shake hands. I didn't see the end of, I couldn't find the end of this fight, so I don't know what she did after she got beat up this time. But even after the fight, she won't shake hands. Maybe against Holly Holm, she'd have a choice. She'd have a choice because she was beat up. There wasn't nothing she could do. Holly Holm came to her and oh, it's okay. And Ronda, yeah, and it's okay. I mean, who knows what I'm gonna do when I lose? But I'm just saying, she did it to herself because she talks so much crap and she's so disrespectful, and I just think it's ugly. So I think it's good for women's MMA that she lost tonight or last night, and I think it's good that she is going to be. I don't know what she's going to do. She probably will retire because honestly, in that fight, it didn't even look like she had the will. She didn't look like she wanted to fight. She really only made strikes. She didn't even look like she. It was so quick. She looked like she came in like it's gonna be easy. I'm just gonna grab you. No, it's not gonna be easy. You have to bust your ass. You have to come to fight. As tenacious as you are in the weigh-in and the moments leading up to the fight, you should be that way the whole time in the cage. You should have went out there ride or die on your shield, and she didn't really punch. So I think I seen her throw like 2 punches. So she didn't even. She just didn't. It's not the Ronda Rousey from 2 years ago. It's not that girl. She doesn't have it anymore. She's got money. She's got her fame. She's got everything. So that's why I say she doesn't really have the heart of a champion. Watch my What's the Heart of a Champion with my Walters fight, because that will explain a lot. I'm just saying she has heart, but her heart's gone. She doesn't need this anymore. So just understand that when you're watching. Yeah, that's all I want to say about Ronda Rousey, man. I'm glad it's where it's at. No disrespect to her too much, but I mean she's so disrespectful to other people. But that's all it is. It's Marcus Robert Johnson here. If you find my little spiel entertaining, you can check out the rest of my videos. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Marcus Robert Johnson Boxing on Facebook. I'm capital MRJ, lowercase boxing on Twitter. Get with me, follow me, check me out. Peace, love, and war with you.